We move now to the NBA, specifically NBA centers. Joel Embiid returned to the 76ers after 8 weeks out. He got 24 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals as Philly beat Oklahoma City with a late run. Nikola Jokic had 42 points, 16 rebounds, and one incredible length of the court pass as Denver beat San Antonio. And San Antonio's Victor Wembanyama had 23 points, 15 rebounds, 9 blocks, and 8 assists. Pablo, which center's performance should be the headline from last night?
So I'm going to go Embiid, but I just want to say that we have never seen a generation of players at this size with this skill level. Just hasn't happened. It's unprecedented. Last night we saw a clinic in those 3 separate ways. But I'm going to go Embiid here simply because the Philadelphia 76ers, and you know I'm a priest of the process. I'm unfortunately somebody who's been invested in this team and the losing to get to the winning. The losing that's happened without Joel Embiid on the floor has been abysmal. I believe they were 11-18 without him. They were worse than some teams that were actually this season not trying to win. With him, though, they were the second best team in the league right behind the Celtics. So that's how important Joel Embiid is. He was so good this season when healthy that it reminded me, oh, this is what you want Wembanyama to be if healthy. You want him to perform like Joel Embiid with every stat sheet filled.
Yeah, so I'm not going to argue with that on any level. I'll get to Wembanyama first. I mean, because his stat line is actually rather amazing. 23 points, 15 rebounds, 9 blocks, 8 assists. That's so close to a quadruple-double. But he also shot 9 for 29, so he's out of this chase. Can't shoot 9 for 29 and have the most impact. In terms of Jokic, we see Jokic actually do this every single game. And his team wins, unlike Wembanyama's. I mean, He's been an MVP. He's got a ring. We've come to expect this. You're right. The answer is Embiid, because Embiid is right now the biggest X factor in the NBA. What will his health be like? Don't tell me about the game he just played. Let me see the next game. Let me see if he plays a back-to-back or he doesn't play a back-to-back, because their position is this. They got to get to 6th, because if you're in 7, 8, 9, or 10, then even if you win in a play-in, you have to get either Boston or Milwaukee. And Milwaukee, even with an awful, awful loss last night to Washington, you don't want to play them in the first round. And that's what they're looking for from Embiid, a big spurt, get into 5th or 6th, right? He's got to do that. Can he do that?
Well, the scary part is that look at the calendar. They got 2 weeks to figure this out. It's already April. The play-in round specifically, the nightmare you're describing, is on the way.
Yeah.
The brief defense I'll give of Wembanyama, though, is that when I watched the highlights from this game last night, he went head-to-head against Jokic, of course. There was a sequence, Tony, where he goes, just easy layup because I'm 7 foot, whatever it is, 7'4" almost. And then he blocks Jokic on the other end. Back again to the other side for a dunk. He's moving in transition. Like the stock. If I could own a stock, I'd want Wembanyama. It's just not the stock that's most valuable at this moment. But speaking of this moment, I want to go to baseball because the